is a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Wishing on the scene!
Round one.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Are they trying to slow down the pace with a projectile? We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. What are these fighters thinking now? Gets the jump in. Box him with a target combo. Takes the chance to hurt him. Stops the attack by using a drive parry. With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive usage. Life lead opens up. Shoots off a fireball up close. Throws him. What's next? Taking stock. Low heavy hits. Mix in there. Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Jumps up. Jumps in. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Goes for the rush. Jumps. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. Sorry, that's it. Here comes the rude master. Saw that coming. Oh yeah. Doesn't miss a beat. Hits the back throw to get the side swing. Forward throw. Laying the pressure on Finn. Tries to catch him out with the arch stick. Player one needs to use the cutter. The low kick hits. This is gonna hurt. That was the highest I've ever seen. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow up here? Dashes forward. Decides to meet them in the air. Denies the attack and deals some sick damage there in exchange for some meter. The combo's there. Backs them into the corner. Tons of drive and health to work with. Knockdown. Answers that jump in with a perfectly timed parry. They made it look easy. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Knockdown. Solid combo. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Like they saw a path and they took it. Player two takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Great Desert Storm! How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Player two chases them down. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. That's the jump in they were looking for. Player one has the meter lead. Jumps in. Gets the throw and continues on the offensive. Goes for the rush. Oh, burnout triggered. We have in your face with the flawless round. They got him so quick. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Low heavy hits. Mix up incoming. Goes for the throw. Good parry there, and you can use a drive rush like that there to maintain the pressure. Player two pushes the opponent into the corner. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Throws the fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strat. The jump in is denied. Solid combo. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Taking stock. Did this super art connect? Player one has the meter lead. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Player two in trouble with no drive. Jumps. Decide pay. Oh. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? No knockdown as the low heavy is blocked. tries to catch him up with the arc stem. Lays down a whirlwind. Drive rush to keep it going. The low heavy is denied. Knockdown and uses the gauge for a super art. Level 3 super. Sending that meter like it's nobody's business. Big super art hit. It's on. This can lead to some big damage. Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal? What'll happen here? Player 2 knocks them out of the air. Machine's looking for something with his aura. Excellent lead. Turns out. What a finish! Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for nationals. It's time to go all in. Player 1 chases them down. They're really being worked over in the corner. Oh, the air throw falls short. Had the radar up and running. Will this super art connect? Uses the gauge. Can this super art set things into motion? The comeback's gonna be tough now. Can they do it? Fantastic. Gets them. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Spike! That combo did decent damage. Brushes that off and keeps going. Good heads-up decision, opting for the drive impact. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Backs away. Not about that BFF life right now. The low heavy is denied. Knockdown and they just won't stop switching sides. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Checks with a medium. So little life left. Fire, this is gonna hurt. Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal? Turns out, more fuel for the fire. Cook them up. Hit them with a boosted scramble. 9 to 5 more damage incoming. Vagabond forever. That was the highest I've ever seen. Player 1 gets the win in a...
Comes a new challenger.
Two of the biggest lab monsters are about to get it going.
We've seen you on the scene. I am the pride of the Shiranui.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do?
Sorry, it's unresisted. My turn.
Shows the overhead. Uses a drive parry against the attack. Still slugging it out here. Parries the attack and... clear that neither of them wants to be in the corner. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Triggers the super and is looking to put this out of reach. Their life is looking critical, and they can't rely too much on drive either. KO! Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Ryu Ebu lights them up! How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Changes things up with an overhead. Grabs and throws them away. Player 2, there's a wall splash. They can't do anything now. Hitting that extra juicer with Kagero no Mai. Throw escape. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Going in? Player 1 has the deck stacked against them. Can't in there! This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight!
Backdash to start. They're not taking any chances. Jumps up. Still plenty of time left. We're just getting started here. Who will take control? I'll hit them with a stop and bop. This unleashes some big damage. What'll happen? The overhead deny. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the burnout, but they may have a plan here. More fuel to the fire. Hook them up. Ninja Star Cypher. Get ready to be plugged in for some new era ninjutsu. Will this super art do anything? Excellent read. Vagabond Forever Elevator. Amazing. Villain anti-air in the clutch. Player wraps it up with a throw. That was catch as catch can as you're gonna get in the fight. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that comeback. Uses the target combo as a filler. The throw misses. Projectile to try and change the situation. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover or are they in trouble here? Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Knockdown. Player 1, they've been pushed into the wall and the stun's there. Recovers from burnout. All right, what's coming up next? Nice tech. Life lead opens up. Blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Goes for the jump in to start. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Player 1 chases them down. Hits them with a vagabond edge. Taking them to cloud 9. Jumps. Blocks the ambiguous crossup. Both fighters planning something? Player 1 can build off this lead. Barely blocks the jump in. Goes with it's a good spot to use the super. Start the tune. The Kimberly's ready to feast. Bushin Ninja Star Cypher. And this is only the beginning. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Hits them with a vagabond edge. Excellent block. Player 2 will need to use their meter here wisely. Finishes it with the anti-air. Player 1 took no time to finish that fight. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. So, what are our fighters planning in this opening round? What a clutch side switch there. Now they need to capitalize on this chance. Deftly shuts out the jumper. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Blocks the jump in. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. Lots of aggression from both sides. Gets the knockdown, and now throws them to negate the block. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Oh, easy tag. Not having the cross-up. Stops the attack by using a drive parry. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. In there! Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight!
Opts to create space to start. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Box him with a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Brings out the level 3 super. When you go for it, you gotta go big. Gambit getting that extra juice with Kagero no Mai. Vagabond and sends them flying. Player 2 has an empty lighting up the skies with Kagero no Mai. Both fighters planning something? They return to center stage. Tries to catch him out with the arc step. Jumps in. Are they going to be able to come back and snatch victory from the jaws of defeat? Knew the throw was coming. Shows the medium kick, knocked him out of the air. Life lead is there. Clutch, anti-air. Impact counter. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Here comes a new challenger.
We're in for something special right here, right now.
Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Gets a chance with that jumping. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. The combo's there. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning scheme. Will this super art connect? Uses the gauge. Can this super art set things into motion? Both sides backing off to form their game plan. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. Throws out a projectile. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup? Life lead opens up. Player one is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. Springs forward with a drive rush. KO! Player two takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Still very early in the round. Ogi Pisar's active. Here comes the rude Sandstorm. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. Knockdown and hits him with a vagabond edge. What'll happen here? Player one is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Still scrapping for control of the space. Player two will meet burnout. Expect a tempo of the max hit. Super receive kick to make their extremities single. Player one can't let this simmer. A rare chance here. They gotta do something. Player two can't show a burnout. Did they mean to do that? Passes out the cage right there. This is gonna kill. No doubt about it. What a finish! We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Opens with a jump in, sets up with the jump in. Jump. Breaks it. Carries them all the way to the court. Not looking good. The corner's a bad place to be. Oh, huge tech. Player two, spinning Victor tells you you're not clear to landing. Great scissors. Yes, the corner's good. It might be some kind of pace. Perfection. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. Player two, all in with a rush. Are they going to be able to come back and snatch victory from the jaws of defeat? A jump in with the cross. This matrix throws them. Oh, here we go. A jump in, perfect parry with the net. A real test of nerves here. Arc step. Dangerous range here. Connects with the throw. I called it! I called it! Are you kidding me? Player two, straight up outplayed them. Talk about a David and Goliath situation. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Player two will look to apply pressure here. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. That was a solid anti-air. Taking stock. Fear that needed. Oh! There's a punish counter. This can lead to something very big if they can capitalize. All right, what's coming up next? Player two KO. Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Throws them. What's next? Hits them with a vagabond edge. Player one has the life lead. Can they use it? Barry goes for the jump in. Knockdown on super art. Super delivers the pain right to their doorstep. You've got to be mindful of reaching jump-ins at this range. Going on the offensive? Player meets them air-to-air. This is a complete shutdown. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Are we going to see a comeback here? Tries to catch him out with the arc step. Their spacing is so on point right now. Clutch, anti-air. Uses the drop kick. Flatlines him. Player 2 faced the giant and walks away unscathed. What a win! Time to get down to business. The first round starts now. Good parry here to try and make something happen. Will the drive parry here open things up for them? Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Deals some damage with that quick combo. Opts for the throw. Player 2 has them legit shook in the corner. Saw that low heavy coming. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Solid combo. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. Got their eye on the air. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Combo with the target combo. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Shows the medium kick. Wraps it up with a decisive combo. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Medium kick hits. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Saw that coming. Solid choice with the spinning mixer to drop it. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Super on deck for both fighters. Expect to see some fireworks. Both fighters planning something? Fires off a whoop, springs forward with the drive rush. Blocks it. Smart, but Isar's acting. Here comes the rude master. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Oh my, the throat net. Their life is hanging. Links it. Looking to and wraps it up with a decisive combo. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. The combo's there. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. All right, what's coming up next? Big counter. Taking stock. Checks him with the projectile. Gonna pay for telegraphing that jump in. Life lead opens up. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Experiencing burnout. Going in? This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Both players all out of drive gauge. You see that? Slips through the opening for the KO. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Decides to go fancy on that jump in and takes care of it with a perfect parry. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Big throw. Fires off a whirlwind. Unfazed by the switch and blocks. Springs forward with the drive rush. Both fighters have a full, uses the gauge for a super arm.
Prepare for turbulence.
Are they dead off this super? It's too close to call.
Picture
Untouchable, impetuous, impregnable, and Perfect!
Rashid
Player 2
wins.
took no time to finish that fight.
Round 1. Fight.
So, what are our fighters planning in this opening round? Parries the projectile. Now what's the follow-up? A drive rush to try and keep up the attack. Trips him up. Player 2 chases them down. Oh! Beautiful setup with that attack. Very solid corner. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Next hit will end the... Gets him! Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Throws him. What's next? Activate your star to get some help on the field. Player 2 has the light lead. And the super doesn't hit. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Oh yeah! Uses the gauge for a super art. A quick breather. Side switch in the corner. Player in there! That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what these fighters have up their sleeves out of the gate. Grabs them. The combo's there. Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. Well, they managed to escape the corner, but they can't let their guard down. Neither of them willing to back off. Drive reversals can get you out of tough jams like that. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Blocks the low heavy. Hold your breath. Nice drive impact sends them connecting to Heaven's Wi-Fi. Good sense to let it rip. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Player 2 needs to use the cut of the corner. Beast mode activated and now they're ready to party. Player 2 will want to take advantage of their meter lead while they have it. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. How can they steal this bizarre vacuum? Here comes the rude Nesta. Escapes with the reverse, charges forward. They return, connects with the throw. Both fighters planning something? A parry? Links it! Oh yeah! Throws him from above. Chops off the tank and scores the win. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this one. The last round. It's now or never. Player 2 didn't rely too much on drive in that last round, but they may be looking to mix things up. Big throws. Going in. Ooh, what a smart throw. Springs forward with the drive rush. Cutting in all on the drive rush. What now? Genius read with that throw escape. Catches them out. Here comes the throw zone. How long can this offensive assault continue? Oh my god, what a throw tech. Medium kick. Things are about to get wild here. Amazing. Attack hits and they may get another chance. He stars out. Rashid's gonna start healing. Who will set the bait at this range? Great job in escaping. Ooh, what a smart throw. Heading in all on the drive rush. Now Cruiser from above. This is huge tech. They can't get hit here. Are you kidding me? Player 1 comes out on top of that fierce battle. Talk about it.
Round 1. Fight.
Going on the offensive? Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time. Nice, perfect parry there. What'll they do next? What's the play here? Easily escapes. No good up high. Will the drive parry here open things up for them? They get the distance they want. Let's see their approach. Got some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Parries the projectile. Now what's the follow? Bops him with a target combo. Sticks the combo. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Oh, easy 10. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Feeling out the spacing. Picks up the win with the counter hit. Looked like they were baiting their opponent into making a mistake. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Springs forward with the drive rush. Will gain control of the match in the early going. Drive rush to keep it going. The attack is parried. Beast mode activated, and now they're ready to party. Follow up. Quick breather takes the opponent out of the air. This is a chance to dictate the pace. It's a good spot to use the super. That's not gonna hit. Knockdown and gets him with a Euro step. Solid anti-air. That's a great KO. Player 2.
Here comes a new challenger.
Two of the biggest lab monsters are about to get it going.
Machine you on the scene.
Simple and clean. Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Stops the attack cold with a perfect parry. How will they follow up? Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Difficult situation for a throw. All right, what's coming up next? That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. They're barely hanging in there. Can they hold out any longer? Perfect execution and gameplay nets our fighter a perfect round. Player 2 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Opts for the air-to-air encounter. Jumps up. Scores a counter hit with the OD mixer. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Jumps in. Drive gauge management here is going to be vital. Tries to catch him out with the arch step. Dashes forward. Barely blocks the jump. They're going for the super art. Crucian beats assault them from the air. They are really going at each other right now. The reads they make now will be key. Vagabond and send them flying. They must have a game plan here with a critical art on deck, but executing that plan is the key. What a finish! This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Saw that coming. They trade hits. This is gonna hurt. Looking to follow up after that target combo. Vagabond edge connects. Player 1 can't let this tip break in. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. So solid with a mixer anti-air. These guys are not jumping, parry. Absolutely relentless. What's next? Overhead attack. Player 2 is in a very good spot. No, critical art now. Counter hit. Where is the it's enough. Player 2 made all the right moves, and this experience is only gonna make them stronger. Time to get down to business. The first round starts now. Lays down a whirlwind. Oh, whiffs the throw. Player 2 chases them down. With the forward throw, the battle in the corner continues. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. The grab misses. Nice. Sees the combo through and takes the round. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. The attack is parried. Very solid corner switch. Ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Bushin beats a salsa from the air. Sprints in. That's a big gap. Who's going to close it? Kisar's action. Here comes the rude Sandstorm. So, what's next? Looks to add more pressure by parrying the projectile. A quick breather. Opts to maintain the assault with the driver reversal. Knockdown and player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. Big opportunity now in this one. They're going for the super art. Big change blow. And they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal. Look at the damage. The low's blocked. Face hits them with a quick low kick. Player 2 faced the giant and walked away unscathed. What a win! Checks them with the projectile. Player 2 chases them down. Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match going to go? Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. The drive rush to try and keep up the attack. Next up, deftly shuts out the jumping. Had the radar up and running. Lands the forward throw. The corner pressure continues. Player 2 chases them down. KO. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Everything up and saw that jumping coming from a mile away and parries it perfectly. Blocks the low heavy. Lays down a whirlwind. Jumps up. It's a good spot to use the super. The super doesn't hit. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Dashes forward. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. They must have a game plan here with the critical art on deck, but executing that plan is the key. Looking for a chance. Barely blocks the jump in. They're going for the super art. Super is KO. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches.